There's a time and a place for everything, and the same thing goes for the dollar store. Some people out there love the dollar store, swear by the dollar store, and I get that, it's a cool place. But you know what? There's a dark side to the dollar store as well. There are items that you should never buy from the dollar store. So in this video, I'm going to share with you exactly what those items are, a couple of tips for when you are shopping at the dollar store, and of course those items you should always be buying at the dollar store. Just a quick reminder, if you haven't done so already, to subscribe to the Clean My Space channel and give this video a thumbs up if you like shopping at the dollar store. Before the dollar store became the thing it is today, it was just a place where people would go to offload their overstock items. So for example, anything that wasn't selling, anything that was a little bit too close to expiration, anything that was a little off or off-brand, they would just go to the dollar store, sell it at a deep discount, and consumers would benefit. These days, companies are designing products specifically for dollar stores, and even brand name companies are making products in different packaging, different package sizes for the dollar store. So when you are going to the dollar store, you might get excited because you see a package of, let's say, baking soda for $1. But what I always want you to think about is, how much am I really getting here for $1? And what you need to do is price compare per ounce, gram, 100 grams per item, like roll of paper towel or something along those lines. Sometimes you might find that by spending a little bit more money, for example, if you buy something at Costco or at the grocery store when it's a big package of something but it's on a deep discount, you're going to do a lot better than you would if you just bought that one thing at the dollar store. So always keep in mind how the dollar store prices their items. Now that we have that little tip out of the way, I want to get into those items that you should never buy from the dollar store. Personal care items is the first thing on my list. And the reason is, I'm very picky about the ingredients of items that I use for personal care. And when you buy something from the dollar store, unless it's a brand that you know and trust, it's usually made with cheaper ingredients, and you probably don't know what they are, and do you really want that stuff going on or in your body? My answer is no, which is why I tend to stay away from personal care items. Tools are kind of a scary thing to buy at the dollar store because it has a lot to do with your safety. Chad, when he first moved out on his own, he set up his own toolkit with tools at the dollar store. We clearly weren't together at the time, or else I would have warned him against it. And I remember one time using one of these tools, and the metal on the tool was just flaking off while I was using it, so that was kind of sketchy. Then there was another time when he was screwing something into the wall, and the screwdriver literally broke in half while he was using it. So he saved up and he actually got good, proper tools, and they work, they last, and they're safe to use. Kitchen utensils from the dollar store totally weird me out, whether they're plastic or metal. They tend to be really flimsy. The metal stuff rusts really easily, and the plastic stuff is super bendy. It's flaked on me before, and in fact there was one time, and this was at a fairly warmish hot temperature, which something should have been able to withstand. I was scooping soup with a ladle that I bought from the dollar store, and the thing started to seriously bend on me. It was very creepy, and I was nervous about eating the soup. Toys from the dollar store are another no-no. How many of you guys who are parents ask me how to manage all of those toys in your house? And a lot of the time when I'm at the dollar store, I'll see parents and the kids are asking for a toy and the parents give in, and I know that that toy just goes into a bin filled with a whole bunch of other dollar store toys. Eventually those little toys, they're only exciting for about 30 minutes and then they sit in a bin. Instead of that, why don't you look for really good quality brand name toys that you know your kids are gonna love, spend a little bit more on them, and buy them a little bit less. That way you have less clutter to deal with and your kids will truly love the toys that they have. Plastic, just about anything, whether it's patio ware, drinkware, dishware, flip-flops, water bottles, anything like that that you think it's just easy to chuck the old thing and buy a new plastic one at the dollar store. The issue is we live in this very disposable society. You guys know how I feel about waste. And oftentimes in the comments, someone will say, why are you wasting your time cleaning that? Just throw it out and get a new one at the dollar store. The idea is we want to have quality stuff. We want to know how to take care of it so that we don't have to waste things. So my advice to you would be, when you are looking at something and considering it at the dollar store, ask yourself if there's a better quality option for that particular item that you know will last you for a longer time. Home decor items are another thing that you might want to contemplate passing on at the dollar store. When I go there, maybe 1 in 100 times I'll see something that is cute enough that I would consider having in my home. Now, I'm not being a snob here, but what I am saying is, do you really want to outfit your house with stuff from the dollar store? You can get better quality, probably nicer stuff at a home store. So rather than getting 10 items for $1, why don't you spend $10 on one item that's really nice? If you don't want to do that, you can also go to garage sales or thrift stores where you can get really good quality stuff at a really big discount. Pet toys are another thing to be weary of when you're at the dollar store. Now, I was going to say pet supplies in general, but the truth is there are a lot of brand name pet supplies or exact same items, for example, a rawhide bone, that you can get at a pet store that you can also get at the dollar store. So if you can save the money, or little poop bags, if you can save the money, save the money. However, I did buy some cat toys at the dollar store a few years back, and I remember I used it with the cats. We were having some fun. The toys started unraveling right in front of me at the first use, and I started to worry that my cat was going to choke on the string that had just begun to unravel. So instead of buying a dollar store pet toy, just go get a brand name one. Dollar store microfiber cloths. Obviously, it's something I've researched quite a bit. We just bought a pack of dollar store microfiber cloths and we weighed one of them. It came out to 24 grams. Then we weighed one of ours. It came out to 53 grams. The reason the weight is so important is because the heavier and thicker the cloth is, the better it can clean, absorb moisture, lift up dust and dirt, and all of that jazz. So when you're using a dollar store microfiber cloth, you can hold it up to the light. You can probably see through it. It's very flimsy. It doesn't really work the same way that an amazing quality microfiber cloth would. So if you buy one from the dollar store and you think you're cleaning with microfiber, you're really not getting that full experience. You're not really enjoying the benefits of cleaning with microfiber. Save your dollars and buy a better quality one. And hey, if you want to pick up one of ours, I'll put the links for you down below to makersclean.com. Okay, I know I've just spent the past few minutes throwing the dollar store directly under the bus, but I want you guys to know I still like the dollar store and I still shop there. There are a plethora of items that actually make a lot of sense to buy at the dollar store. So I want to share those items with you now. Yep, the dollar store carries a lot of brand names, and there are a lot of products at the dollar store that I know you guys love. I can't get them here in Canada, and I can't remember them off the top of my head, but I know that there are those products at the dollar store that some of you guys swear by. So if you can get those at the dollar store, get them. And by the way, let me know what those products are in the comments down below. Glass is glass is glass. If you find some glass that you like at the dollar store, pick it up, whether it's a fish bowl, some tumblers, a glass bowl, anything like that. The dollar store is a perfect place to pick those items up on a dime. I've planned a lot of parties in my day, and let me tell you, my first stop is the dollar store. It is amazing for party planning. And the same thing goes for seasonal holidays like Valentine's Day. You don't want to go and deck out your whole place with expensive Valentine's Day stuff or send fancy schmancy stuff with your kids to school. You go to the dollar store. Basic pantry items like salt, baking soda, rubbing alcohol, hydrogen peroxide, vinegar. You can pick that stuff up at the dollar store. Why not? You don't necessarily need brand name for those items. As long as they're inexpensive and they fit into your cleaning kit, they're a great bet. Now, aside from gift wrap, which I don't love from the dollar store, I find it pretty thin and you don't get a lot of it. I think gift bags and tissue paper and greeting cards are freaking awesome at the dollar store. Now, I will say this, you do have to dig through the card section. It's quite clear that they're not Hallmark quality cards. The jokes are a little bit off, but guys, honestly, sometimes you get some gold like this one. It says, "No, you idiot, I said they wanted a sheet cake." What really matters in a greeting card is what you put on the inside and the intention to give a card. We all know that cards kind of end up in the garbage anyway, so I don't like to spend $6 on a card only to have it tossed out. I am quite happy to spend $1 and have the joke be a little on the cheesy side. As I said earlier, there's a time and a place for everything, and yes, that does hold for the dollar store. I know a lot of people love going to the dollar store for absolutely everything, but guys, there is a downside to it because there's a lot of clutter that you have to deal with. A lot of those items don't last, they break or they get ruined, and you have to throw them into the landfill. And then you know what? You have to go out and get another one anyway. So instead, I advocate for spending more money on less items and just getting better quality stuff. Now, I understand that people are out there and they go to the dollar store because they have a limited budget, and that's completely respectable and understandable. And I like to shop on a budget too. So what I do is I look for quality items that are on sale at grocery stores or big box stores. That way I know I'm getting what I need, I know it's gonna last me, and I also know that I don't have to spend money like a sailor. You know, we've done dollar store hauls in the past on Clean My Space, and some of the things have lasted us, and some of the things have fallen apart literally after 2 uses. So I really felt it was important to make this video to be honest about my experiences at the dollar store with you guys, and perhaps help guide you on your shopping decisions. And that brings me to this week's comment. What is it that you buy at the dollar store, and what do you never buy at the dollar store? Let me know in the comments down below. Here are a couple of other videos I think you're gonna love, and if you wanna learn more about the cloths, you can visit cleanmyspace.com right over here. There's a button down there that lets me know you care, so click it if you liked this video, and click this button right here to subscribe and begin your journey to a cleaner life. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.